everyone. Welcome to your channel Pharmacypedia. This is Dr. Shikha Chauhan, and in this session, I'm going to start a new subject, which is biostatistics and the research methodology for BPharm final year students. My dear students, after the successful completion of the industrial pharmacy, I'm starting this program because what I'm feeling is that students are lacking the resources for the research methodology and biostatistics in detail. So I'm going to start first with the basic introduction for the research. First, I will be focusing on the research methodology and then about the statistics parts. So if you have still not subscribed to my channel Pharmacypedia, please do like, share and subscribe to Pharmacypedia for getting important content updates about the pharmacy. So let us begin to understand what is research all about, what are the functions of research, why do we carry out the research. So in this session, I'll be covering what is the need for the research, how do we design for the research, what are the functions, what are the different attributes of research. My dear students, I know this topic has been taken from the unit 3 of the biostatistics and research methodology. So let us first try to understand research. So if you see critically, the research can be divided into two parts, re and search. Re means again and search means to find or explore. So when we are trying to find and explore again and again new information, new things, new knowledge, so that it can help the mankind. Imagine a situation where we don't do the research. So how do new things come up, new ideas come up, new research come up? So re means again and again we are trying to explore, we are searching to get a you can say to derive the knowledge, and this knowledge can be applied in everywhere in the development of the mankind. So, talking about the definition simply says that it is a systematic investigation. My dear students, bear in mind these two words, systematic investigation. Systematic simply means in a certain way, in a certain specified way, in a certain protocol. So you are investigating. Investigation simply means findings. So in a sequential manner, you are trying to find the study materials from different sources in order to establish new facts and to reach new conclusions. So there are so many things happening around all of us, and when we try to analyze these things, when we try to learn about these new things, we come across so many good informations. So research simply means we are deriving new informations, we are coming through new conclusions. Also, you can say it is an endeavor to discover new or collate old facts. So you have certain findings which were being found earlier, but now you're reworking on them to collect the new data, to have the new information out of that. So whenever re means again and again, you're trying to explore and are able to derive by thorough analysis about the scientific study of any subject of by undergoing a critical process of critical investigation. So research in a nutshell, you can say, is it is an organized inquiry which is being carried out to derive the information for solving the problems. So this is the simplest definition for the research. So it is an inquiry. Inquiry in the sense it is your just to explore. And what do you want to explore? New informations, new findings, and how do you? By solving them. So there is a problem, you're trying to explore that problem, you're trying to solve that problem by critical investigation, by critical analysis, and all the process you carry out in a sequential way. So it is the cornerstone of every science, because like what is science? You are trying to derive new information, new knowledge, new processes, and these processes becomes the basis of your development of the mankind. Imagine the situation whereby if the research activities are now being taken into pharmaceutical industry or like technology industry, so imagine that situation. Now talking further, it can also be said that it is a process of looking down at a solution of a given problem, which can be used as a basis for the policy formulation or the policy enhancements or improvements. So my dear students, if you see critically, there may be a problem in your mind, and when you try to solve that problem, when you look at that problem and you try to derive the solution, you do it by having certain tests whereby you satisfy yourself. You do observe the test and you get the new findings, so you can have different ways of formulation, you can have different improvement analysis. For example, if there is a drug which is not having very poor solubility, so in the research, you are trying to increase the solubility by various techniques. And through those techniques, you learn about the different attributes. You know various ways where you try to derive the various process by which the solubility can be enhanced. Now, talking further about the research, research is what we do when we have a question or a problem. So there is a problem against you, you're trying to solve that problem in a systematic way. Then once you try to solve that problem, that procedural part, and then you critically have that observations. Once you have that observation, you critically try to interpret and analyze those observations and derive a useful conclusion. So we may already think we know the answer to our questions already, so there may be some of the previous findings, but we want to derive some new findings so that you have an extra information, you have that sort of the new information which can help you like to solve that problem in a better way. Talking about what is the requirement of study. Now you are clear what is research, but why do we want to carry out research? Why do different professors, different institutions, different students engage in deriving new information? Because there are three facts behind it. You want to explore. So many of you must be having that explorative insight. Many of you want to explore new things. Why does this happen? Why it is happening in this way? So when you try to explore any of the scientific event or any of the situation, you are doing the research. Then describe. You want to understand the process in detail. So there is a process of manufacturing and you want to understand that. So you can have that sort of the inquisitive mind. Then explain. You are trying to understand how this chemical reaction took place. So there are basically three purposes of doing research. First is to have the exploration, description, and the explanation. Explanation basically refers to the mechanisms. So now you know what is research, why do we carry out research, what will happen if the research is not being carried out. And now let us try to come to another part, that is the different types of the research. My dear students, broadly it is being categorized into three types. The first is the basic research, second is the applied research, and third is the correlation research. Now this basic research is again classified into three categories. The first is the primary research, secondary research, and tertiary research. So let us first understand the basic research. Basic, as the term indicate basic, it is the core research. So normal process, if for example in the nature, why flowers bloom like this, why butterfly comes to the flower, so like there are certain, why this universe began, how did it begin, so what is the specific genetic codes of any fruit fly? So like there are several questions which comes into your mind straight away and which may not have that commercial utility. So you are doing the research just to have that explorative, to satisfy your explorative nature. So research is driven by scientist curiosity or the interest in a scientific question. So what is important? Scientific curiosity. Now this is the driving way to do that particular basic research. So the main motivation is to expand men knowledge. So human race is incredible, humans are incredible. So like when we have to develop, when we knew, this is the curiosity only which is the driving force behind every research, and this brings out the fruitful research and the things goes on like that. So if you think, if you don't have that sort of the mindset, what will happen? The human mankind has to grow, and this can only be when you try to create something new out of it. So there is no obvious commercial value to the discoveries that results from the basic research. So one thing very clear about this basic research is that there is no commercial value. So there is no commercial utility. This is just exploratory science to understand the mechanisms existing into the nature or any kind of the situation. You're just trying to explore and analyze. Then again, this basic research can be divided into three types: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Now, coming to the applied research. Now, as the term include applied, you are trying to derive the new knowledge, but this knowledge should have certain application. So, for example, it refers to a scientific study and research which seeks to solve practical problems. So, something practical approach as to whether the development of a new drug, or like development of a new dosage form, or like new use. So applied research, as the term include applied, so it simply means that you are trying to derive practical problem solutions to help the mankind to cure the illness or to develop the innovative technologies rather than to just acquire the knowledge. So in the basic research, the prime motto is the to acquire knowledge, but this in applied research, it is the to acquire knowledge along with the utility, along with its commercial aspect, along with the like to find the solutions to everyday problems. So, for example, applied researchers may investigate ways to improve the agricultural crop production. So, there are a number of ways by which nowadays agriculture is taking into shape. So, like in either of the technique, if you are able to increase the crop production, it will come into the category of the applied research. Then treat or cure a specific disease. So we all of you are concerned with the pharmaceutical industry. You can suggest a new development of a new drug or a new dosage form or the development of a new use, or it can be the improvement of the energy efficiency of homes, offices, or the modes of transport. So for this carrying out this action, all the applied research needs an action. So it advances the aims of the basic and the applied research to the point of utilization. So research is restricted till acquiring knowledge, but applied comes to the point of utilization. Then it is also concerned with the production of results for intermediate application or utilization. It improves the practices and the methods and develop new technologies and innovations for application to specific technological situations. The emphasis is here and now. So you can, my dear students, now you can differentiate clearly between the basic research and the applied research. Now, moving on to the next category, which is the correlational research. So, as the term indicates, correlational. So, it is based on the relationship. So when we talk about the relationship, there has to be two entities, two variables. So when we are trying to assess the relationship of two variables, or the effect of one variable on the another, or the effect of other variable on the first one, we are trying to establish a relationship, also known as the cause and effect relationship. So it basically refers to the systematic investigation or the statistical studies of the relationship among two or more variables without necessarily determining the cause and effect. So you are just assessing how they're related to each other, considering all the factors constant. So it seeks to establish a relation, association, or correlation between two or more variables that do not readily lend themselves to experimental manipulation. For example, to test the hypothesis, listening to music lowers the blood pressure levels. So there are two ways of conducting this research. First is the experimental and second is the survey based. So experimental, so you group the samples and make one group listen to the music and then compare to their BP levels. So it simply says you're trying to assess the effect of the good music on the blood pressure. So one group will be listening to the music, other will be the control group. Then you assess how far it is helping in lowering down the blood pressure. Or it can be survey based, whereby you can ask the people how do they feel, how often they do listen, and then compare. So anything sort of the research carrying out to determine the effect of one factor or the one variable on the another will be considered as a part of the correlational research. My dear students, I hope you are now clear about the research. Why do we carry out the research? What are the different types of the research? In our subsequent video, we are going to discuss about the experimental research design. So please do like, share, and subscribe to Pharmacypedia for getting further updates and important content related to biostatistics and research methodology. Thank you so much. Stay tuned, stay happy. Thank you so much.